Hello, everybody. Today, trade cap for February 20th, 2026. And today I took one trade on Amazon. So today I'll be talking about pretty much what the market did, right? Which opportunities were presented. And yeah, so I'm recording this while the market's still open, right? So price is still developing, but I'll talk about pretty much the recap I did on Amazon, the setup, and yeah. So this recap will be very informational for people that are kind of struggling because you have to be extremely picky when it comes to trading, especially in options, right? Futures, you kind of have more leeway, but in options, right, you do stupid shit, you're gonna get railed. Like there's no in between, right? You guys can see like all my trades, right? Even Discord, right? All my trades. You guys can see like I'm only trading 1 to 2 trades usually per day, and so like you have to kind of capitalize on those opportunities that the market gives you because it's like those small wins that build up to those bigger wins that you don't really realize, right? So look at these. Like these past 2 weeks have been so slow, right? Like only up like 4.5K and only up 3.3K. Whereas the first week of January, I was up 11K. So trading is not like consistent because you get paid based on your opportunities, right? That you get paid based on the opportunities presented in the market that you can capitalize on, not how many hours you stare at the chart, right? So you have to simply understand that and just take every trade that you see, take every high probability trade you see, right? And don't force shit setups. So let's get into the video. So let me pull up this. So yeah. So as usual, right? If you guys watch my previous trade recaps, find QQQ. What are we doing? We're opening in our previous day's range again. So these past couple of weeks, right, have been pretty boring. We're just opening our day's range is fucking nonstop. So it's just absolutely like just boring. We know price action is going to be, of course, slower, right? Today we had a big pop at 9 o'clock for some tariff news, I think, or some Trump news, right? Because Orange Folder News is not doing this. I won't lie. But yeah, so Orange Folder News plus some tariff Trump news causes huge pop on the markets. But guys, when we have a huge pop, if we come back into a range, like that's like dog shit. You don't want to see that, right? Especially if you're trading QQ and Spy. Then if you have a huge pop and we're coming back into that range, then you just want to call it a day at that point, right? I really want to see that pop and see any tech name show relative strength. But otherwise, we really showed no relative strength beside Google, maybe, right? Google had a nice move up, right? We can kind of see us basing up, like kind of showing strong buying and selling around this pre-market high. Amazon also had a really nice move, right? The name I traded also had a really nice move because I understand on the higher time frame we're kind of above key level, so I'm not surprised this name had a nice move up as well. Tesla, choppy. AMD, horribly choppy, right? Especially once we kind of reverse from these lows, choppy. Just in our key levels as usual, right? And so yeah. So what was the trade on Amazon, right? Simply, let me actually do this real quick to make it kind of easier to show because always gotta use QQ and Spy, guys. That's the sauce. Always gotta use it to see what the market is doing. See if its name has strength or weakness. So what's happened on QQ and Spy in the first 10 minutes, pretty much? We're kind of gapping up with strong price action, right? Reclaiming our key levels with strong price action. So there's no really any bearish price action for now, right? So simply, I can just pick up trade with momentum that's showing strength with QQ and Spy, or showing bullishness on the higher time frame and also showing strength, right? So what does that mean? Pretty much QQ is just gapping up, not gapping up, like it's showing strong price action, not gapping up. Spy, right? Spy is also kind of showing some strong price action, reclaiming this 683 level, right? But Amazon, right, on the higher time frame, we're above our previous high level, right? We reclaimed in the first like 1 minute of market open, and now I kind of want to see us give a pre-market high for that continued push, right? Of course, there's a nice break and retest setup right here off this pre-market high level. Like this is a setup I was actually kind of looking at plus fair value gap, so we can kind of like this is a nice area to kind of like maybe buy and then have stop loss right below. So that was a setup I actually was kind of looking for, but I ended up taking it because there's not enough information. Right? Like it was just kind of too early for me to kind of take a trade, right? But this trade also kind of worked out very nicely. So I ended up taking the trade which a little bit had more confirmation, right? So we already had that nice break in retest of this pre-market previously high level or pre-market previously high level. This previously high level, right? Showing that we're holding bearish market structure and bullish market structure. Then we had a nice push up, broke high of day, and we had a nice pullback candle into this order block plus high of day area, right? And we show strong reaction. Simply entered calls at the strong price action candle, right? You always have to wait for a strong price action candle, or else you're just gonna be you're entering on a very low probability area if you're not waiting for price action. So enter calls right here, stop loss simply below that area, right? And then simply just want to see the momentum kind of push us on Amazon because we are above our previously high level and we're also at pre-market high. So I expect to see a big reaction here, right? So enter 0 day contracts. I don't even remember. Let me actually pull it up. Yeah, so this is the position size I had. So only 25 contracts. I sized a little bit less because I kind of bought the 0 day contracts because I just didn't feel like buying the Monday contract, so I just decided to buy the. There's just no particular reason I bought the Friday contracts over the Monday contracts this time. I won't lie. I was just in a hurry. Just quickly about the Monday contracts. Out the money, small position size. enter the trade. We have to be very quick with this, right? I had to enter the trade very quickly. Um, but yeah, so pretty much already entered in 2 minutes. I was up 50%. So that's pretty nice, right? Took majority off high of day, and then we kind of had no price action. We for this trend for the upside, the momentum. Kind of want to see us hold this area, but we just got railed straight back down. So that's kind of unfortunate, right? But on the bigger outspec, like the if you look at the higher if you look a little bit bigger, right? Even though we broke this momentum, right, we're still holding above our previously high level, right? So as long as we're above our previously high level on Amazon, then we'll still look bullish to the upside, right? So Amazon did end up having that nice consolidation around that same exact area which we broke and retested the very value gap, and we just consolidated. It has strong reclaim of this pre-market high. So this alternate entry you could technically take, right, just a reclaim of this pre-market high with strong price action, literally a stop loss below this pre-market high. So risk is very minimal, reward is very nice, right? Targeting the same TPs, knowing his name is bullish in the higher time frame. But yeah, so that's pretty much traded cap, right? I just dropped a lot of sauce, a bit higher time frame, reclaims, retests. I just dropped a lot of information. So, um, you know, these videos are kind of hard for a beginner trader to understand because trading is not easy. I'm not talking about easy concepts, right? People can simplify the trading, explain it, but they're not actually teaching you what you actually need, right? You can simplify a strategy, blah 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 blah, but that's not actual trading. Actual trading is um actual trading is not like a systematic. No, it's you have to be able to adapt and kind of understand what price action is doing. Right? It's not a simple break, retest, right? Sometimes that works. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes that works right here, it works, right? But it's not that simple, right? Like price action is gonna be the best thing out of everything. Price action is the best. You can literally make an entry model just based off price action alone. All you gotta do is be patient, wait for a name to show strong price action, and you can enter above it or below key level. And that literally is a strategy right there. So the one thing you have to do if you want to make money is master price action. Because if you master price action, you will master patience and discipline with that. Because if you understand what good price action and bad price action is, you can understand when not to trade, when to trade. Right? There's levels to like understanding. But yeah. So how long? 7 minute long cherry cap. So yeah, that's pretty much cherry cap. Right? One trade on Amazon. Some other names also had some decent moves today, right? Especially after that pop. Apple, but this kind of really choppy. This is pretty choppy. I won't lie. So not Apple. Google had that nice move, right? Google also looking pretty good. And why does Google look good, guys? Why does Google look good? Look, we're above our previously high level, right? The indicator that I have marks out for me, right? We came pretty much broke and retest this level in the higher time frame, showed strong price action at this level, right? Reclaimed our 5 minute range high, broke and retested, held this area, right? And then we had a nice move back up. Like it's just simple market structure, right? Of course, QQ and SPY have a big role into this move, of course, right? Because QQ and SPY are also pushing the upside. So like there's no relative strength, but there is more strength on Google because we're above those levels. Like those above, we're above our pre-market high and our previous high level, right? So yeah, that's pretty much trade cap. If you guys have any questions, join Discord down below, and that's pretty much the video. I mean, there's nothing else to talk about, right? And again, if you guys want to learn, right, literally just watch my trade recaps. Like literally the best information known to mankind for options trading. Like trust me, I know pretty much everything there is to know about options trading besides insider trading, right? If you guys know about the hit me up, but like like, there's nothing else for me to learn at this point. Like, it's actually insane. I'm telling you guys, your strategy, by the way, doesn't even matter. It's about your patience and discipline. Which and I know it sounds kind of corny saying your patience and your discipline. But like, it's really up to you if you want to be profitable. If you just literally take that win and call it a day, know it's low probability. If you keep forcing trades, issuing market conditions, you're fucking yourself over. Like the market has too much money to give a shit about your small position size, right? Your 10, 20, 30 contracts, right? These are $1 million candles, like no, even more actually. Like each candle QQ spy is pretty much $1 billion, like up and down. Like the amount of money in these like candles are absolutely insane. The amount of money that's getting moved, like they don't give a fuck about your position size and you trying to scalp in low probability conditions, you know. So yeah, um, yeah. So that's your recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe and peace.